good day everyone, Rico Rix once again, and welcome back to another episode of our MATHFLEX. So for today, we'll try to have the last two problems on circle, and then after that, we will move on our next topic, which is ellipse. So without further ado, let's go directly to this problem. Okay, so the shortest distance from a point 3, 8 to the center or to the circle, having this equation x squared plus y squared plus 4x minus 6y is equal to 12 is, okay, so we have the choices here. So let's try to establish first the center of the circle and the radius of the circle given this equation. So let's try that. So again, to identify the center of the circle and the radius of the circle, so we should transform this one into our standard form, which is x minus h squared plus y minus k squared is equal to r squared. So given that the center of the circle at hk, so in this case, this equation is obviously having a center at hk, so that at the origin. So let's try. So to do that, let's have to make this one a perfect square. So this x squared plus 4x. So x squared plus 4x plus what I will be adding here to make this one a perfect square, plus y squared plus, minus 6y now, plus what will be added here to make a perfect square, so that will be equal to 12. So let's try. So 4, so that is, the middle term is 4, so divided by 2, that's 2. 2 squared is 4. So 6 divided by 2, that's 3. 3 squared is 9. So in this case, we added a total of 13 from the left side of our equation. So we should add also 13 on the right side of the equation. So let's try. So this will be, the factor of this one is x plus 2 squared plus y minus 3 squared, okay, is equal now to 25. So in other words, our center at negative 2 and then 3 and then a radius of that is 5 squared, so the radius is 5. So to illustrate that one, so let's try to graph that one very quick. So we have a center at negative 2 and 3, negative 2 and 3, so 1, 2, 3. So say for example, our center at negative 2 and 3, and then a radius of 5, so that means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is, say for example, here. So this will be the radius. Okay. And then we have a point here wherein 3, 8. So that means 1, 2, 3. So and then 3, 4, 5. We will try to extend that one. 6, 7, 8. So this is the point A, which is 3, 8. So if I try to connect this one, it's somewhat like this. So the problem is asking what will be the distance from this point to this point. Okay, so this is what we are after. So this distance from this point, the shortest distance from the center, from the circle to that point. So given this circle, okay. So how can we find that one? So by distance formula, we can take the distance between the center to the given point. So this one, so let's term this one as D, capital D. So if you may allow me to erase this one, so let's try. So if you try to recall our distance formula, so to get D here, so we'll try to use the distance formula. So D is equal now to the square root of x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. Okay, so let's say this is our x2, y2, and then this will be our x1, y1. Okay, so let's try. So x2, that is 3 minus 2 squared plus, okay, so y2, that is 8 minus 3 squared. So distance here is 3 minus minus 2, that's 5, and then you will square that one, that's 25, plus another 5 square, which is 25. So in other words, this will be equal to the square root of 50, which is equal to 7.1. So in other words, to get D1 here, so D1 then is equal to D minus the radius, okay, which is equal to 7.1 minus, we have a radius of 5 from this point to that point is equal to 5. So the shortest distance now from the circle to that point, 3/8, is equal to 2.1 units. So in this case, our answer falls under letter A. Okay? So let's go to the next problem. Okay, so let's have the last problem here. So we have here the center of a circle is at 1, 1, and one point on its circumference is at -1, -3. So find the other end of the diameter through -1 and -3. So let's try to illustrate the problem. So in this case, you have a circle, okay, wherein the center at 1, 1. So this is the center at 1, 1, and one end, okay, of the circumference. Okay, sorry, one end of one point on its circumference is located at -1, -3. So that means 1, 1, 2, 3. So this is the point, that point, which is being described on this statement, which is one point on its circumference is -1 and -3. So if you try to connect these 2 points, that will be the radius, and then you have a circle like this. So this is the circle, okay? Something like that, okay? So the problem is asking, if I'll try to extend this one, so you have another point there, so find the other end of the diameter through -1. So you have another point there, which is, let's term this as x1, y1, okay? So by the way, this is -1, -3, okay? So how can we solve this one? So we have 2 ways. First is you can calculate the radius using distance formula, and then again, if you get the radius, you can also get x1 and y1 by distance formula also, so using the same radius here. So whatever the value here will be equal to the value here. Or the easiest way to solve this one is by the use of midpoint. Since the center here is the midpoint between x1, y1, and this point -1 and -3. So let's try to get what will be this values, x1 and y1. Okay, so we have the x coordinates, which is x, okay, is equal now to -1 plus x1 divided by 2, so by midpoint formula. So x is 1, so that means this is 1. Then this is -1 plus x1 over 2. So will be the 2 will be multiplied on the other side, so that means -2 is equal to -1 plus x1. So x1 then is equal to 2 plus 1, which is equal to 3. Okay, so we already identified that this is 3, and then y is equal to -3, okay, plus y1 divided by 2. So y1 is 1 also, y is equal to 1 also, since the midpoint is at 1, 1. So therefore -3 plus y1 over 2. So this will be there, so 2 is equal to -3 plus y1. Therefore, y1 is equal to 2 plus 3, which is equal to 5. In other words, these points, the other end of the diameter of this circle can be located at through -1 and -3, so will be 3 and 5. So that will be our answer. So in this case, it falls under letter B. So the answer is B. Okay? So I guess that concludes our lessons on circle. So the next episode will be on ellipse. So I just hope you'll follow our channel as you did on many episodes. So again, don't forget to watch, like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for you to get updated on our succeeding videos. Till next time, guys. Bye-bye.